Alrighty guys, welcome back to another trade recap video. We ended up taking one trade on stream today. I know a lot of you guys ended up banking on this trade today, and this was honestly an A+ setup trade. It was a great setup. Unfortunately, I got break-evened on it. Super unfortunate break-even. I went break-even a little bit too early. But other than that, I mean, this was a beautiful setup. Basically, all we have here is a simple liquidity sweep. We see this right at market open. We put in an SMT right here. Also lining up with standard deviation, so this is an A+ setup to say the least, guys. Market open, basically we end up just dumping down, sweeping out these lows right here, re-sweeping them, and then leaving all this buy side liquidity. This 1 minute inverse I know some people took, but unfortunately we did have a 2 minute inverse here. This would have been a nice 2 minute inverse to take, but unfortunately we ended up edging this. So yeah, sat out right there, and then from there we knew that we would be long biased for the day. It was just a matter of getting an entry. So with that being said, we ended up coming up here. We knew that London highs, Asia highs would be good targets and whatnot. Knew that we would overall be long for the day, but we knew that price would eventually have to rebalance. So we end up inversing an hourly bearish gap around here, but opening up a 4-hour bearish gap. We end up tapping into this 4-hour bearish gap, as you can see here, immediately creating an order block right here, right after. Super displacing candle. From here, we chopped around. I wanted to see a candle closure past this. This would have been nice to see. And we ended up getting a 30-second inverse here, guys. So we ended up getting a 30-second inverse right here. Entry was right here. I moved break even when we were up like, I think we were up like 300, 350 with just one contract, and I moved break even, and I must have gotten wicked at break even because I got break even stopped, and then we immediately just flushed. Looking back on it, I think this trade had a clear draw on liquidity. This was an unfilled 5 minute on ES that I wanted to see get rebalanced, and then also on NQ as well. So this was an A+ setup. I really wanted to see this play out. So I had a high conviction and a high, a high probable draw on liquidity to take. So, I mean, the market was honestly forcing me to take this setup. It's a Friday, guys. It's a Friday. Why would I necessarily look to force a setup? This setup was, being forced upon me to take. It was that good of a setup, all right? We ended up tapping into this 4-hour high, knowing that we have to rebalance this range. Look at this range. We have to rebalance this range at some point. Unfilled 5 minute, 30-second inverse here, super clean. It was just all a matter of honestly just waiting. I just moved break even a little bit too early, and break even. There's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, not upset. I ended up just getting off right after, just because clearly we were long after that, and honestly I didn't want to take anything else after getting break even on that, and that's honestly fine. I'm 3 for 3 on the week, guys. All right, not missing out, let's say, on the profits that could have been from this trade has no effect on me, because I should be happy with the way that I've traded this week. All right, I'm 3 for 3 this week. I've traded great this week. Not taking a trade on a Friday isn't going to do anything for me. All right, it's no different. In all honesty, I wasn't even expecting to get a setup today. All right, and we ended up getting, a nice A+ setup. I unfortunately made the mistake of moving break even too early. And that's just something to note down for next time. But in all honesty, this was a good setup. And in all honesty, if it was taken on, let's say, a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Thursday, probably would have just held, because, those are higher probable days. Drawn liquidity was good, but it was a Friday. So overall, great trade. Hopefully some of you guys took this if you were in the live stream and ended up holding for full take profit. But with that being said, guys, enjoy your weekend, and we will be back next week. Have a good one, guys. Peace.